Hi, friends. Today, talking about how to talk to builders, flippers, investors, developers, how to talk to them and start earning their trust on, getting their business and ways to kind of pivot. So right off the bat, I'm just going to screen share and I'm going to pull up some notes basically about what we offer at Winder Realty that's different than everybody else. What we offer to builders, flippers, investors, developers. So we're an all-in-one shop. You guys are obviously aware, that's why you guys are here. We offer a lot more than everybody else does. So what we offer, you are a hard money broker. Obviously, you're a real estate broker or licensee, sorry. And you're an equity provider. And you underwrite deals. These are kind of your four things that you can bounce back and forth when you are talking to potential investors and potential clients. Hard money broker, that's just knowing what we offer and saying, hey, I know you're looking to buy a deal. I know you're looking to finance something. Let me know how I'll get you better debt, anything along those lines, yeah, Hannah, I'll update these. That's fine. It's you find a certain person that one of our products they're going to like. If none of our products work for them, at the end of the day, you're going to underwrite deals and just send them deals. And if they like it, they're going to like it, or they only want off market. So then as you find stuff, you send it to them. That might be it. But these four are going to be your pivots that you go for. The real estate licensee, that's just easy. That's just what you do. Hard money broker, you can find them the highest leverage on deals and the best debt on deals to make sure that they're maximizing their profits. If they already have good relationships, you don't have to worry about it. Equity provider is the interesting one because we can partner directly with these flippers on their deals. If the deal makes sense, we'll go in and partner with them. Down payment, interest, closing costs, we can provide that so they can scale their business. So a couple things you kind of look for. So for example, let's say you're driving down the road and you come across a property that has a dumpster in the front and it is currently under renovation. I'm immediately going to park the car and go drive it and go walk in the house, because that tells me obviously it's a builder or general contractor who's either buying it to do a flip or they're renovating it for an end user. If they're renovating it for an end user, you want to meet them and just have the conversation of, hey, do you do spec deals? Hey, builder, this looks awesome. I love this house. Are you doing this as a spec job or are you doing it for an end user? I'm doing it for an end user. Okay, great. Do you do spec deals? Like, do you flip houses yourself? They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. If they say yes, cool. They're flipping. Then it's just getting more information out of them. Where are you doing your deals? How many deals a year do you do? Any criteria that you're looking for that I can help with? You're just gaining rapport, gaining knowledge. How much can I learn about this guy's business as possible? If he says, no, I'm doing this as an end user, you immediately pivot and say, oh, okay. Do you do flips? If he says no, oh, why not? I don't have the money. Cool. I have the money. I'm Brooke. I'm with Winder Realty. I'd love to partner with you on a flip if you're interested. I guarantee he's going to be ecstatic. Yeah, I'd love to, because general contractors who build for end users, the money is in spec. The money is in the investment side. If I'm going to renovate a property, let's say I put in $150,000 into renovating a house for an end user, as the contractor, I'm probably going to charge 20%. So it's probably going to get, $30,000. That's my fixed fee for renovating that house for $150,000. You have to deal with the client every day. You have to make sure they select all the stuff. It's a pain in the ass. You make money, sure. But if he would have bought that house and put in his money or partnered with it, that 150, maybe he's making 100,000, 150. So everyone wants to get on the investment side. So it's an easy pivot. Are you doing spec? No. Would you if you could? Yes. What's holding you back? Money, deals, finding a great broker like myself, ha ha ha. But you're getting that information out of them. Brooke, are you comfortable doing some role play? After you unmute.
Yep, go for it.
Let's say you are a flipper who is flipping a house in Sharon, and you can be as big of a dick as you want, or you can just roll with it, whatever it is. But we'll just kind of pivot a couple different ways. Dumpsters in the front yard. I stop the car. I go in. I meet you. You're on site. Wow, what a property. Hi, how are you? I'm Tyler Winder with Winder Realty. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm Brooke. I build what kind of homes? Custom, I don't know.
Okay.
Homes, and yeah.
This property here, are you doing it for an end user or are you doing this as a flip?
Nope, this is for an end user.
Got it. Okay. So I specialize in flips. Our brokerage, we do renovations ourselves. We do flips. We partner with flippers. Do you do flips or do you only focus on end user contracting?
I only focus on projects that people have poached me for.
Would you or have you ever done a spec job?
No, because I don't trust. No, I'm kidding. I was gonna be not nice. No.
Fine.
No.
Would you?
What can you bring to me? Why would I partner with you to do that?
I mean, in my personal opinion, sorry, I don't want to jump into your business, but the money is made on spec deals versus, doing the work for somebody else. It pays your bills, of course. I get it. But in my experience, the flippers that I work with make a lot more money on a deal than doing the regular renovations for somebody. So what we do, what I do is I look at about 50 properties every day about potential flips and new builds. And I send them to my investors. And if they like it, we move on them. If they don't, we continue to look forward. But our biggest thing is we do a little bit of everything. I'm a hard money broker, so I can make sure that you get the right debt to be able to buy this property. Obviously I find deals and send you deals. Of course you got to, use me when you go to sell it on the backside. That's how everyone makes money. But when I make you more, you're not going to worry about that. But something interesting that we do here is we actually partner with builders on the equity. So for example, let's say you bought this house for 600,000 and you need to put 300,000 into it. You might need to come to the table with, 150 grand, 125 grand, whatever it comes out to. My company will actually give you the 125 to go buy this property. So if that's of interest, we can really get you into the investment side of, doing flips yourself, if that's of interest. Our goal is just to try to help guys like yourself, if you're interested, build their business as successful as possible.
You've almost sold me on it. Okay, what if I'm used to my customers purchasing the land and then I build the home for them? So you're saying if I work with you, I have to stump up some of my own money to buy the home, to then flip the home and improve it, whatever.
Yeah, so we won't dive into your business specifics, but from my knowledge, let's say I were to buy this land and I hire you to build a multi-million-dollar house that I'm going to live in. Let's say my budget is 100,000. Typically, I think builders, usually it's like a 20% margin, something like that. I'm going to pay you $200,000 to build this house for me. the investor side of everything is, let's say we bought this land for 900 and we build this same house.
Mm-hmm.
You're not making your fixed return, but on the spec side, you have an opportunity to sell this for the, you know, the $3 million mark. And then your profit is all of that extra, where you might make, you know, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 on a house. So again, my experience, and again, you've been doing this for a while. It's a beautiful house. You're very good at it, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, you know, maybe open up your eyes to doing some specs as well. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah, so I mean that's obviously that's an easy one to go through, but 9 times out of 10, if you meet someone who's who does renovations for an end user, their goal is to do specs. Their goal is to do more flips. Their goal is to do more new builds to sell, because that's where the money's at. Most likely, 9 times out of 10, they just don't have enough money to do it. They're comfortable getting their 20%. It keeps the lights on, they got it going, but they got to go talk to their wife or their family. Hey, if I buy this, I have to go shell out 250 grand. I'm gonna have to go shell out 150, 400, whatever the number is. It's a different model, right? But if they come through and be like, I found someone who wants to partner with me, that they're going to put up the money, I just have to build. Now they're doing the same thing they're doing for an end user, but now they have a potential of targeting that higher profit. And they can do maybe 2 deals at a time, 3 deals at a time, because they don't have the constraints of not having enough money. Also working with end users, they're pains in the asses. They go pick out a tile, they don't like the tile. Takes them a week, they pick another one. They pick out a paint color, they're waiting on hardware, what they want to pick out. They go on site. Wow, the stud was off like this. The house is going to fall over. Like, it's a lot of babysitting. Versus investor and spec, you just got to worry about yourself. Just get it built. Hanos on the side, do the builders continue to sell the property to other builders? I don't think I get what you're asking. So spec, Hannah, is going to be speculation, meaning that I'm going to do a project on spec, on speculation, speculative, that the house that I build and the products that I put in the house are going to sell on the market for this specific price. So that's what a spec is versus an end user. You're doing it for that person to move into once it's built. So do they sell the property to other builders? No, it's a lot of the times we're going to go buy them from, you know, buy an ugly house, buy a vacant lot. We're going to buy it directly from someone who's living at the property. And then we just do the renovations and sell it. If that answered your question.
I had a question about specs, Joey, but
yes,
I think you answered. I think I'm all set.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the other, kind of going back to our notes here, what else we offer? Hard money broker. This is interesting because you can see on public record, like a deal that they've bought, how they financed it. But what you're going to go through, it's the easiest way to open up a conversation. Let's use that same example. You're driving, you see a dumpster in front of the house, and you go in and meet the person. The first thing that you can say is, again, are you doing this for spec? You doing this for an end user? Oh, I'm doing this on spec. I'm doing this as a flip. This is awesome. How did you finance this deal? They're either going to say cash, they're either going to say hard money, or they're going to say a regional bank or a conventional bank. Those are the 3 options. If they're with a regional bank, you can assume that they have either the income to do it, the track record to do it, or the relationships to do it. Because that's the best loan that you can get, is with, you know, a Needham Bank, a Bank of Dedham, Bank of Norwood, these regional banks. That's where you're going to get the best rates. So if they say, oh, I'm working with Needham Bank, you don't need to continue to go down the debt side because they're already getting the best debt. You just say, That's great. Glad to hear you have the money or the experience to continue to do these deals with Needham Bank. They're awesome. If they go through and say, I buy this with cash, I just use everything with cash. My first question that I'm going to look at is, how many deals do you do a year? Because let's say you have $1 million in the bank and your only job is to flip houses. If you buy something, the areas where we're working are more expensive primarily. Let's say they bought the house for $400,000 and it needs $250,000 worth of work. They're spending $650,000. They had $1 million as our example. They can't go do another deal because they only have $350,000. How are they going to grow their business? So then you say, how many deals do you do a year? Typically one at a time. Why do you do one deal a year? Is it because you're short of funds, or do you not have the capacity to do more? If they don't have the capacity to do more, they're comfortable with one, they have the crews for one, great. Doing one is awesome. Don't overdo it. Continue to build a great product. If they come and say, it's just the cash that we have, I'd love to do more, I just don't have I'm not rich enough, or I don't have a rich uncle to back me. Then you immediately go in and say, well, what if I'm, hi, I'm Val. What if I partnered with you on your next deal? Would you work with me? What if I gave you the money to do your next deal? So again, that's if they say like they're a cash buyer. Those are the ways to kind of pivot. If you're cash, how many deals do you do a year? He says 1, he says 5. You say, what are your constraints to do more? It's either going to be financial or it's going to be the amount of work they can handle. If they go with option 3, let's say they didn't work with a regional bank and they didn't use cash. Let's say they used hard money. They're going to say, oh, I bought this with hard money. You say, great, I'm actually a hard money broker. Do you mind me asking what you paid for the loan? They're probably going to say something like 12 and 2. That's a 12% interest, 2 points, 11, 1.5, 11% interest, 1.5 points. They're going to say something along those lines. And then what you can offer right off the bat is you can say, if I can find you better debt or cheaper debt, would you be open to working with me? If they say yes, yeah, I'd love to save money on the debt. Absolutely. Then you already have your foot in the door. Great. Next opportunity, call me first, or I'll continue to send you deals and I'll tell you realistically where your debt's going to come in at. And that's a simple, hey, Tyler, I just met this builder. He has a great deal. We want to start looking at some hard money loans. And then I just hop on the phone with them. We align them and have conversations about what we can do to save them money. But again, your whole point of driving in or walking into this house with a dumpster is to just try to earn the opportunity to earn their business. That's it. You're not going to get them on the first one. Like, it's not going to be, wow, Val, I can't believe you want to do all this. This is awesome. Let's go look at a property tomorrow. They might, because you have a partner that you're offering to them, but more likely it's going to be, yeah, I'd be interested in saving money on debt. Yeah, I'd be interested in having someone come in and fund the equity for me. Or it might be, yeah, I'm always looking for deals. If you come across anything, send them over to me and I'll take a look. And then what you do, you get his criteria, put him on an automatic MLS drip like this last video we just did, and you automatically start sending him opportunities. Questions? So we've done this before as well. Let's say, Hannah, I know you had a question yesterday about what if we actually cold call? Well, let's do an example of finding one that we can cold call through MLS. I'm going to go quick just to get to the opportunity, but what I'm going to do, go on MLS. Let's just do a search. Let's say this pops up in our automatic drip campaign, but I'm gonna look at things that are on the market, built in 2023. Let's say in Needham, this is just to get an example out there. Needham and Westwood. So we have 22 opportunities. These are all houses. So if it's built in 2023, you can assume these houses were built on spec, right? Because no one's lived in it and they're new builds. So someone built this to sell. So let's look at this one, for example. Go to public record. We're not going to find it. It's we see unit. Most likely they subdivided this, so it might be hard to find. There's our listing. Let's look at 17 Gayland. Public record. They bought this for $690. So look at this. So you'll learn this. So they bought it $690. Their mortgage amount was higher than what they purchased. So this tells me they got a construction loan because they had to buy it and they have to have funds on the side ready to purchase or ready to renovate the property. Lender name, QS Lending. You'll know this, and I know this. I've worked with them before. This is actually a hard money lender in Natick. So we know that 17 Gayland, Needham LLC, bought this property for $690. They're renovating it, and they're working with hard money. So what I can do, 17 Gayland, Needham LLC. LLC lookup, Massachusetts. First one, business entity search. Now watch this. Entity name. Nicholas Tan. Here's his address. He lives in Norwood. He is the buyer of this. Nicholas Howking Tan lives in Norwood. We know who bought this property and pretty much where he lives. So what can we do? We can literally go knock on his door and say, hey, I love that house you did on Gayland. You could send him a letter. Or what if we try to find him finding a thing on Google? Let's do Google, his name, Norwood. Maybe we get lucky. All right, here you go. Builder Corporation, Access Street. This is him. Nicholas Tan, founder and CEO on LinkedIn. Look at this. We have an opportunity right here. I hope someone's writing this guy's name down and you start poaching him. Nicholas Tan, Norwood. Here's the guy. If anyone wants to get in touch with him, here's a great lead right here. Yeah, look at this. He's advertising his house that he just built in Needham. Here's a great client for us. Someone please reach out to this guy either on LinkedIn or something. But just like that, just going through MLS, it took no more than 2 minutes to look at a new property and find out who built it. And you already know how they financed it, where he's building. You have 4 different intros into this guy. Pretty interesting. I don't know which one of you is going to reach out to him, but whoever does, please let me know how the conversation goes. I think we have a great opportunity to earn that guy's business. And also, I know QS is 12-2 always, so I know we can go in and 11%, you can save him money right off the bat.
Is anybody, Wendy here, sorry to interrupt. Anybody reaching out? If not, I will.
Or everyone does, and whoever earns their business goes.
Yeah, I'll probably reach out because he lives right next to me.
Okay, I'll let you take it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Wait, Tyler.
Yes.
Okay, but how can we offer him 11? And maybe I missed that part in the last Zoom.
I don't want you guys to really worry about that aspect of it. It's just an intro. And you just say,
Oh, okay.
if we can save you money, are you open to a conversation? If they say yes, you say, great, I'll connect you with Tyler.
Okay.
What we'll do
Got
is
it.
the three of us hop on a call. I can call him directly, whatever it is. And we just go through the same criteria we just talked about and say, hey, I saw you working with QS. What are you paying over there? 12 and
Mhm.
okay. What's your leverage? Remember the training yesterday? What's your leverage? How much loan to value or loan to cost are you getting on the loan? So I'm going to get a picture of exactly what his loan is. And you say, okay, your next deal, we could probably get you 11%, or if you're good on paper, maybe to 10.5%, but it all depends on the deal. But again, right off the bat, you already have an in. If you can save him, call it 1% on a $2 million loan, you just saved him 20 grand. So now your commission that you're going to charge is pretty much wiped out because you saved him 20 grand. You making 20 grand on the backside. It's a wash.
Okay.
It saved him the money. You saved him 20 grand. Of course he's going to be happy. So, but yeah, if they ask about that, it's just immediate. Great. I'll connect you with Tyler. We'll let you guys hash it out and, and talk about that. But I mean, that guy directly, he uses hard money. He just did a deal in Needham. We love that. We love the price point. Are you open to saving money on debt? Or, hey, we also partner with guys like you on equity. Would you be open for an equity partner? Or would you be open for someone to come in and pay your down payments? You're basically offering him money for you to list a property for him. Hey, if I find you a property and I bring you all the money to buy it and I line up everything for you, can I sell it for you? Of course. You're growing his business. He's ecstatic.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's a great opportunity. And it took 2 minutes. 2023 year built, MLS, 9.5 times out of 10 they bought it in an individual LLC. It's for protection purposes, and their name was right there. Google search, we found them on LinkedIn. That was a great example, of course, because it worked out the way we wanted. But there's hundreds of those right now. Especially if you look Sharon, Canton, Westwood, Dedham. You can start with just 2023 builds. But then you can also go through and just look at properties that were just renovated. And you can tell like new lighting, new kitchens, new bathrooms. You can see, all right, they bought it less than a year ago and it's on the market. Someone bought this as a spec. Public record, LLC lookup, find them, connect with them. 7 minutes left. If we don't have any other questions or want me to go through another example, we will be all set. If not, keep going.
Sorry, I must have missed the meeting yesterday. Was it recorded?
Yep. Yeah, it's all uploaded.
I don't know why I'm not getting your invitations on my Google Calendar. I am getting Taylor's. But my system is all messed up with the Keller Williams stuff still.
I'm not sure. You should get an automatic email. I mean, obviously I have to look in because I know you guys, I think, went on to the Google Meet versus the Zoom one. So I'll have to look at that. But when I've been setting it up, it should automatically go in for you to accept. But
Okay, by the way, I'm Wendy, Val, and who else is here?
we have Hannah, Brooke, and Val on the call right now.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Wendy. Nice to meet you.
Wendy is our Spanish speaker and she lives in Groton. So if you have any opportunities up there, have someone who speaks Spanish, again, connect directly with Wendy and you guys can work out splits amongst yourselves.
Yeah, that'll be great. So nice to meet you and can't wait to meet you in person.
And Wendy, can I put you on the spotlight?
Go right ahead.
So Wendy was at Keller Williams for what, a year, Wendy?
Yes.
So Wendy, right off the bat, trusted this, the process in terms of running the numbers for flips. And she's had a couple investors she's worked with in the past. She just did one in Springfield. So she has a couple investors that she knows and works with, but she's already put in multiple offers over the first few weeks of potential fix and flips, strictly based off what we gave you in terms of the number template. Here's the purchase price, here's construction budget, here's the whole deal. Let me know if this is of interest. And Wendy's put in a few offers already. And that's the name of the game. For every 10 offers you send, you might get one accepted, because most likely you're going to go in, a lot of the times you go in lower, but your cash offers and stuff like that. But Wendy's a great example of believing the actual numbers with a deal, setting up the template and sending it out. And I'm sure she likes it a lot more because she's not wasting time driving all over the place looking at opportunities. I'm spending half hour underwriting this deal, sending it to them. If they like it, we go see it, we move on it. If not, no harm, no foul. So Wendy, continue everything you're doing.
Thank you.
But perfect. I'm around this. I think Taylor has something at 1, I believe. But any other questions that come up, you guys know where to find me. Thanks for hopping on. Let's make some magic today and let's roll.
Okay. Goodbye. Have a great
Thank you.
afternoon. Bye.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Taylor.